1985, humanity's final mistake wasn't war. It was pollution. The oceans, once our cradle, had become a cauldron. The toxins, microplastics, and chemicals mixed into something new, something alive. When it reached critical mass, it ascended. A vaporized plume of synthetic fog rose to the surface, and the sky breathed it in. Above the smog, satellites orbit helplessly. Below, the sun burns red through a shredded ozone layer. The last breathable air is gone.
Welcome, Citizen 92,831. You have 6 breathing hours available for today. Do you wish to purchase more?
Inside a crowded slum, the air is a thin haze. The people here wear patched-together masks. Children barter old phone parts for air minutes. A group of citizens gather around a black market breather rig hidden underground, a device that recycles air from sealed preconception bunkers.
The filter's burnt. We're recycling toxins now.
Meanwhile, in the preserve, a government biodome deep in the Arctic, lush wildlife thrives. Elk roam. Bees pollinate vibrant flowers. Rivers sing. Scientists in white suits monitor everything, breathing freely. Outside, the ice melts. Inside, utopia.
The Earth will recover.
But not its people. They're too costly to maintain. We'll seed again when it's clean. Until then, we tax their survival.
Back in the slums, our protagonist, known as Jace, finds a dying old woman gasping. Her air pack is out. She begs him to transfer some O2 credits.
Thank you, young man.
No one should die choking. Let me help you up.
Hey man, are you okay?
Jace wakes in an underground resistance outpost. They don't use government air. They've developed a rudimentary purifier using algae from old water reclamation systems.
Welcome to the Resistance.
They weaponized air. But water holds the cure. We found untouched aquifers, miles beneath, clean, cold, alive. But the catch? You can't touch it unless you're sealed.
Jace.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
The mission is clear. Reach the ocean, retrieve uncorrupted water samples, and reboot Earth's natural air cycle. But touching the ocean without protection, and you melt. I'll be on standby to monitor your every movement. Get in and get out.
This water's in the clear.
We have it. Real water, real hope.
Run!
We have the samples, but what about Jace?
Get out of there now. There's nothing you can do to save it.
dimly lit, sterile concrete room. The only sounds are a faint hum from the life support vents and the mechanical beeps of an oximeter strapped to Jace's wrist, flashing red. He's seated, chained, bruised but defiant. Across from him is Director Vol, the cold-eyed enforcer of the Oxygen Authority. Vol opens a folder on the table. Inside are photos of the stolen water samples and the dead guards from the breach.
You're running out of air, Jace. Literally. Every breath you take costs credits you don't have. But answers might just earn you a refill.
Cut to a hidden chamber deep beneath the ruins of an old subway system. The Resistance's makeshift base glows with flickering lights powered by salvaged solar panels.
We get Jace out and recover the water. Without that, the Earth doesn't stand a chance. But the air taxes, they've doubled. People are suffocating. We're out of time.
I'll brief Hannah on when we deploy.
They initiate Protocol Edenfall, a last-ditch effort to override the government's air system and unleash the clean air Jace helped locate. But first, they must get him back.
The Resistance is ready to deploy.
Make no mistakes. You got 36 hours to complete the mission.
Intercut with the planning, we see flashes of Jace's final mission before capture. He and a small squad of Resistance fighters sneak into Forbidden Zone within a barren coast, where the last uncorrupted aquifer lies. They extract the water, but the moment they surface, they're ambushed. His last words before capture tell them, the Earth still breathes. Back in the present, the Resistance deploys. Drones distract the outer perimeter as Lyra and 2 operatives infiltrate the city via the forgotten undertunnels. Acid rain hisses above them through cracks in the ceiling. In the central air vault, alarms sound. Jace hears chaos beyond the interrogation room. He smirks.
We have a breach.
Secure jails. Lock down the facility. No one gets out alive.
He's close. They're locking down the facility. Get Jace and get out of there now.
Great job, team.
As the Resistance celebrates, a hidden drone relays everything back to the government's top brass. Turns out, the water samples weren't just rare, they were bait. The corrupt regime knew the Resistance would try to replicate the Earth's air cycle. They wanted to fail. A broadcast cuts in. Chancellor Morex, head of the Oxygen Authority, addresses the last 3 million surviving citizens.
A new air cycle is treason. Nature had its chance, and it failed. Order is survival. You breathe because we allow it.
The Resistance realizes the truth. Rebooting Earth isn't just about science. It's about breaking a monopoly that survives on suffocation. With Jace recovered, the team uploads the purified water's molecular code into their clean air generator, the Edenfall engine. It's unstable, incomplete, but powerful.
If we can get this signal to the old orbital satellites, we can detonate Edenfall in the upper stratosphere. Clean the sky. Just enough to tip the balance.
But they only get one shot. The government will launch blackout missiles to destroy any high-altitude signal. The Resistance sets a timer. They begin transmitting. The satellite uplink powers on. Edenfall ignites a pulse skyward. Above the Earth, clouds part for the first time in 5 years. A golden shimmer breaks through the darkness, sunlight raw and unfiltered. People gasp, some cry, others collapse in disbelief. Jace and Lyra look at each other and realize this could be their final breath. But at least it's real. Dark skies, cracked moon, satellites flickering in orbit, cities in ruin. A mechanical voice echoes.
Air credit balance, 0.01. Inhalation terminated in 30 seconds.
I want them found, every last one of them. We gave them breath, and now they'll choke on it.
Director Val places a hit out on the resistance and anyone associated. His every waking day is to oppress and keep the populace dependent on this system, a system with a foundation built on greed and corruption. He walks past labs filled with domed ecosystems. The last panda, a tiger cub, all thriving in clean air under his control. Their air credit meters blink dangerously low. Outside, people collapse mid-walk. A mother screams for a charge for her child. Black-suited enforcers from the Oxygen Authority shove people aside, guarding air refill stations only for elites.
If we don't make it to headquarters, Edenfall dies, and we all die with it.
They're forced to abandon the vehicle as it sputters and vents its last hiss of clean air. Commander Riven, flanked by Vice Grip and Hana, watches the satellite uplink spiral into static.
The blackout missile hit hard. The uplinks fried, temporarily.
But the Edenfall engine still runs. If we can restore the satellite, we can finish purifying the thermosphere.
Riven opens a chamber revealing Edenfall, a glowing crystalline reactor, pulsing with purified molecular water data, capable of global atmospheric regeneration.
Jace and Lyra are the only ones who can finish the mission. We hold the line.
Jace and Lyra sneak through city ruins. They're intercepted by a masked figure, revealed to be Silas, an ex-resistance member turned authority informant.
You can't win, Jace. The world needs order, not your fairy tale engine.
Take him down!
They escape into maintenance tunnels once used for subway lines. Val watches through surveillance feeds. He activates a new drone program that forcibly extracts oxygen from lower zones and redirects it to the elite Sky District.
Let them feel desperation. Let them crawl for air.
Jace and Lyra arrive at Resistance headquarters. Riven and the others get Jace ready to continue work on the uplink terminal.
Satellite's still intact. We can override the Authority's air grid if we act now.
After a couple days of work, Jace and crew upload the final molecular code from Edenfall to the satellite.
They bought themselves time, but they didn't kill the signal. They can't stop what's already begun. This isn't the end. We may be gasping for breath, but hope doesn't die that easy. The reclamation has begun.
We'll kill them all.
Ash-blackened skies rumble overhead as oxygen credit kiosks flicker and shut down, one by one, across the dead city. Lifeless bodies litter the streets with victims of oxygen starvation. The once bustling metropolis is now a graveyard of silence and stillness. Only the deep hum of tank SUVs breaks the quiet as they patrol through toxic winds. Inside one of the Oxygen Authority tanks, Director Vol, scarred and furious, grips a holoscreen showing drone footage of Jace and Lyra's earlier escape. He's joined by Silas, a smug turncoat who provides coordinates. Resistance HQ is located deep beneath the collapsed ruins of Old Sector 7.
Today we cut the lungs from this rebellion.
Inside the Resistance headquarters, a fortified underground bunker lined with Edenfall circuitry, Commander Riven, Hana, and Vice Grip prepare their final strategy. Jace examines a tiny drone, smaller than a flea that rode back undetected on his boot from the ambush.
He thinks he's leading them to the end. He is, just not ours.
Riven's plans to let the Oxygen Authority attack and empty Resistance HQ, while Jace and a strike team of elite fighters, Riot, Echo, Nira, infiltrate the real target. Jace and Riot sacrifice to get closer to the Oxygen Authority headquarters. They reach the outskirts of the Authority's fortress-like HQ. Surveillance drones fly overhead, scanning the perimeter. Riot fires an EMP bolt into a generator line, blacking out the southern wall.
All right, Resistance Team Alpha, lights out, it's showtime.
Nira hacks the gate's lockdown circuit, granting entry. Chaos erupts outside as explosions distract guards.
Payload set. 30 seconds. Fall back.
Vice Grip, First Lieutenant and second in command to Riven, makes the necessary sacrifice to give the Resistance time to evacuate the main headquarters for refuge at their emergency facility. He led the Resistance soldiers to battle and defeated the first wave of Oxygen Authority enforcers to give them enough time for an orchestrated diversion. Lives were lost, but a second wave would be a brigade of enforcers that annihilates the entire Resistance. Vice Grip and the remaining survivors make it back to the emergency facility to prepare for a final battle if necessary.
Your oxygen monopoly ends now.
It's a decoy. The facility is under siege.
Vol gets a direct alert, realizing he's been outmaneuvered. He screams for extraction. He orders for the enforcers to pull back and protect the core, but it's too late. The satellite suppression grid collapses. Back at Resistance HQ, technicians monitor the Edenfall engine's readout. A slow pulse begins to accelerate. The satellite uplink reconnects. Filters in the upper thermosphere come online. Oxygen levels begin to stabilize. Clean air starts flowing from reclaimed sky sectors. Director Vol stumbles through the burning wreckage of the Authority facility. He gasps. No more oxygen credits, no artificial supply. Just air, natural, unregulated. He collapses to the ground, face up, as clouds above begin to part.
We took back the breath they stole. For the trees, the rivers, the sky, and for those who can't breathe anymore. This is not the end. It's the first real breath of life we've had in 50 years.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment below if you'd like to see more short films like this.